Coming up on Network Africa, South Africa mourns the death of veteran anti-apartheid leader Ahmed Kathrada. India's foreign minister promises an impartial inquiry into attacks on Nigerian students living in Noida near Delhi. And the International Red Crescent, in conjunction with Libyan authorities, seek to help children left behind by ISIS reunite with families. Hello and welcome to Network Africa. I'm Temitope Fagbemi. We begin today's program in South Africa, where the country is mourning the death of veteran anti-apartheid activist Ahmed Kathrada at the age of 87. Mr. Kathrada passed away peacefully in a Johannesburg hospital after a short period of illness following surgery to the brain. Along with Nelson Mandela, Mr. Kathrada was among 8 African National Congress activists sentenced to life imprisonment in 1964. They were convicted of trying to topple the white minority government. Mr. Kathrada spent 26 years in prison, 18 of which were on the notorious Robben Island. He was released in 1989, and President Mandela later persuaded him to join him in government. Ahmed Kathrada left Parliament in 1999, but remained active in politics, criticizing the recent direction of the ANC and calling on President Jacob Zuma to resign. Meanwhile, the late Ahmed Kathrada once spoke to our South Africa Bureau Chief, Betty Dibia, on the role of the youth in national development. He said that his major worry is ignorance among the youth and that they must remember that with freedom comes responsibility to oneself and the nation.
Our biggest challenge is ignorance among young people. They must also remember that with freedom came responsibility. It is their responsibility to educate themselves in every direction so that they can provide expertise, the skills, in everything. In order for the country to go forward, you've got to have education. And our appeal is that they must take advantage and carry out their responsibility to themselves, to the country. That's how we can go forward.
There's a question which says the youth must must ask their leaders questions. They must ask their leaders questions. They mustn't just take whatever they.
The young people have got independent minds. If they got any problems, any questions, we're a democratic country. They have all the ways of running themselves. They must take full advantage of that.
We're now being joined by our South Africa Bureau Chief, Betty Dibia, to get more on this story. You're welcome to the program, Betty.
Thank you so much, Dr.
So how are South Africans reacting to Ahmed Kathrada's death?
Well, many people are quite sad, almost the entire nation. A lot of people have changed, even newsrooms have had to change everything they had on their lineup because it was regarded as a favorite uncle to the nation, a very concerned person, very passionate about the country, the struggle, because he more or less gave his life, for that struggle, having joined at a very early age, before he was a teenager. He started to hand out leaflets and then became really involved. Went to jail several times before the major one that they were tried for the Rivonia trial. So a lot of people have paid tribute. The opposition, the nation is quite unified in this, praising him. And if I'll just use the term used by the former finance minister, Trevor Manuel, who said that he died with his integrity intact. A lot of people have praised him for his steadfastness, down to, he got sick about a month ago, or hospitalized about a month ago, but he's appeared all through last year. He was among those speaking up against what they considered were the problems with leadership in the country, as well as even the youth protests for fees must fall. He was very involved and passionate about the country, and seeing that all that they fought for, would yield the right fruit for the country.
Now, Mr. Kathrada several times criticized President Zuma's government and even called on the president to resign. How is the presidency reacting to his death?
Well, you can't throw away all that Ahmed Kathrada has done. He was very close to Mandela. The president has praised him. There was a statement from the presidency, from the president and the deputy president alike, different messages. And the president has approved a special official funeral. He wasn't one for the limelight, yet he did a lot. He had a very powerful voice. So he didn't exactly want a state funeral, something that... So the president has also approved that flags will fly at half-staff, from today to the time of the evening of the official funeral for him. The family had asked, of course, as a Muslim, he's been laid to rest today, but an official one, we don't have the date yet. And the president praised him. Of course, he had the highest accolade from the ANC, the AC Tandalwa award from the party. So a lot of people, the president included, paid tribute to him. The words of the deputy president in his own case, he said he will be remembered as an unassuming freedom fighter whose wisdom, tolerance, humility and steadfastness and humor as well earned him the love and respect of the people of the country, even beyond, because he stood quite firm for the cause of the Palestinian people as well, calling for their freedom in their region as well.
So what about other anti-apartheid icons who are still alive? What are they saying about Ahmed Kathrada?
A lot of them are sad. You had the two remaining Rivonia trialists, David Goldberg, as well as Andrew Mklange. Everybody, a lot of statements, lots and lots of statements. They've granted interviews talking about memories that they've shared, what he stood for, how he was as a person, how committed he was to the struggle. And of course, you feel there was a special ceremony today, which was to honor him before he died, but the event went on where people just paid tribute and talked about experiences they had with him. It was at that event that Winnie Madikizela Mandela broke down her daughter